It really got started in response to some of these cases in the last couple of years of girls who say they were sexually assaulted and then humiliated by images that were circulating online. So the internet for them was part of the problem, and then people who are activists on the internet wanted to also use social media to try to help these girls.
Give us an example. Have they been able to make a difference?
They have. There is a case of a girl in Nova Scotia named Rehtaeh Parsons who very sadly committed suicide after she alleged sexual assault and these compromising photos. And the police took a year, investigated, said they weren't going to bring any charges. Then some activists started really kicking up a fuss online, some of them members of the hacker group Anonymous. And some new evidence surfaced in the case, and the police and prosecutors changed their minds, and they reopened the investigation and eventually brought charges against two boys.
So run through, what's interesting is while these groups have gained some notoriety and respect, and sometimes families even plead for the help of these groups, you say that the members are just 20-somethings looking for a sense of community.
Right. So these are people who get to know each other online. Usually they've never met in real life, although they feel like their online ties are strong. And they're really using Twitter and other forms of, internet action to play this big role. And because they're anonymous and they're using the mantle of that group, nobody really knows who they are. They have this kind of shadowy power, but they're also people who are really looking for a sense of community and belonging, and their relationships with each other become important to them.
Do they ever cross the line? Do they ever become bullies themselves? Do they ever pick the wrong targets?
I think yes, all of those things can be true. I mean, we're talking about something that's totally separate from an institution. There's no accountability. No one can tell Anonymous to step off. So because there's no control of them, yes, sometimes they have accused innocent people. And my own sense, based on my reporting, is it's really case by case. Some of them have been really responsible and careful, and others much less so. You just can't really tell what you're dealing with, even as it's unfolding.
As you learned more about this movement, what surprised you the most?
I was struck by how deeply people felt connected to each other by relationships that are entirely online, where people have never met, they live in different countries, and yet their online reality is often more important to them than anything that's happening in their boring day jobs. And that idea that you would have this second life on the internet, that's something that did surprise me.
It's a fascinating story. It's in the Sunday New York Times Magazine. It's online right now at NewYorkTimes.com. Emily Bazelon, thank you.